Welcome back, everybody. We are in the second half of this alpha bracket. Everyone in the crowd is getting excited for these electric matches here in the second round of semifinals. This match is heating up here between these two teams, Dicka Ben and Lekker. My name is Bio. I am joined here by Caster Hat, and we are excited about how this tournament is playing out.
Yeah, the last set we just saw, it was some Deads against Magic Fox Emoji. That turned out to be a crazy set with a very strong hand by some Deads. Let's see if Dicka Ben and Lekker Backtrack are a little bit more in line with each other, because these are some very strong teams. Dicka Ben being Dude's team and Lekker Backtrack being the team of Brian. You see these names coming out: Noctis, Sabo, Berlisto, Sendo, Brian, Banana, Robbe, and you're like, oh boy, these are the top of the top in the community. And let's see how they're gonna face off. Of course, Robbe using their legendary brush, Banana with the crazy stamper. Let's see how it's gonna go in Clan Blitz here on Museum. Both teams are very equal up in terms of paint. They're trying to get some paint in special switch before they really do anything. Brush and Robbe and Banana together, getting rid of Dude, and that's a very important pick because that's the 96 Gal gun, and the Kraken can be very annoying. Sendu here with the Crab Tank, trying to open up for Dicka Ben as they have 16 clans on the ready. Now we see the Zipcast coming out above the Crab Tank. Can they get rid of the Crab Tank? It looks like a rid of the tank, but Risto just forced to roll out, but no splash being commanded. The basket has been opened, but now Dude is there with that 96 Gal, with that splash roll to prevent anything from happening. They only scored the 71, which is not a huge opening push. Robbe is still sneaking in. No, just too late. That's so unfortunate because that could have gone very wrong for Lekker for Dicka Ben.
No, Rob just barely missed that clam, and like you said, that could have definitely kept it open and opened up a further push from Lekker, but it's not going to matter. Lekker just pushing so aggressively. Brian getting two with the Inkjet, instantly pushing all the way up, getting a clam in the basket, opening it back up with all the way to 59. Dicka Ben struggling to defend. All they have is Berlisto getting a pick on Banana and that Crab Tank at the ready. The basket is going to close and some picks are coming down in mid, but honestly, Dicka Ben is reeling from this explosive play coming out from Lekker. Dicka Ben trying to get some picks on the board, get some map control under their belt and some specials online. We see it, the Booyah Bomb coming out, trying to target the basket, open up some space, but Robbie's behind. They get a pick on the clam carry in mid. It is a trade, but that is a net benefit for Lekker. 3 down on the side of Dicka Ben, and Lekker instantly, you already see them instantly in mid, getting specials, hating, and already with the Inkjet and the Crab Tank combo, trying to get some picks, make some space for their team. That's 3 specials used, and that's 2 picks on the side of Lekker. Dicka Ben, again, 3 down. It's only Barlisto's Crab Tank. They're struggling to stay alive in the face of Lekker, and this is knockout position. They only need 4 more clams to get this knockout. Dicka Ben reeling. They're trying to stop it. They do get a pick on Banana. It is only Brian alive, and that will be the end of Lekker's push, but it's all the way to 11. Dicka Ben do have a strong counter push, very quick, but it's going to be very difficult for them to get all the way to 10 or lower.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen in this push here, as Noctis and Dude were in, but they got shot out super quickly. Though that push is over at the Rapid. They have another power clam at the ready. 17 clams on the board on the side of Dicka Ben. They are getting ready to start pushing in. Booyah Bomb coming out. Banana getting splattered. That's one of the big defense lines down. Noctis also falls to Sandu. That's not good because Sandu can now jump in, get a couple splash, but in the nick of time, they throw the power clam. They miss Sandu. They get splattered though. The Kraken isn't Dude. He can't pick up the power clam. That is such a wasted push. 2 power clams on the field, and there's nothing Dude can do about it. Robbe quickly sweeps house with that brush, cleans it up. That's unfortunate for Dicka Ben. They had 17 clams and 2 power clams. That is unfortunate. Lekker backtrack really being in control here. It looks like they are again going for that counter push. Noctis in a little corner, trying their best to stay alive, getting splatted here as we couldn't see it. Brian now on the middle spinner again with that ballpoint splatling. We've been seeing it by so many tournaments. That Inkjet, especially after it got the jump up, is just so strong. Noctis with a very good flank onto Brian. Getting rid of him is amazing for the range. Also gets a sneaky one on Sandu. They have enough clamp to make a power clamp. 7 in the hands of Dicka Ben. 7 in the hands of Noctis. They have power clamp to throw it in, and this time it does connect to the basket. Booyah Bomb coming out as well, but they have to get it all the way to 10. And with 2 players alive, that does not look like it's gonna happen.
Ooh, Dicka Ben, really scrappy push. They do get a little bit more mileage, but it is only going to go all the way down to 44. Nowhere near enough to even contest Lekker's lead. And with less than 20 seconds remaining, they don't have the luxury of time. They need to make something happen, and they can't do that if they're 2 down. 3 down now. Spore just going into the bubble, getting a pick onto Noctis. They do not care. Lekker already inside Dicka Ben's base. They're not letting them breathe at all. Dicka Ben have a power clamp, but it is halfway through overtime already. Robbie getting the pick on the machine. Yes, they do, and with the splash on the side of Lekker, running in, scoring, and that is the game for Lekker, putting them 1-0 on top of Dicka Ben.
Yeah, very strong showing by Lekker backtrack. Dicka Ben had some good pushes, and especially unfortunate that the push with 17 clamps was shut down. But like you said, the pushes from Dicka Ben were a little scrappy, a little pick up the pieces and go with it. Well, Lekker backtrack really got their act together every single push and made it a huge show. Does show a little of the difference between these teams, but we know the players of Dicka Ben, they are hungry, and now they have learned what they probably have to learn about Lekker backtrack in order to give a good counter pick and give them a good run for their money, because I don't think Dicka Ben is going to take this very lightly.
No, for sure. We saw Lekker take Dicka Ben by surprise that match. They had some very interesting strategies running that revolved around that brushes, unconventional routes and flanks. But now that Dicka Ben is aware of it, we may see a switch in strategy, we may see a switch in mindset, we may see a switch in even compositions as we move into this counter pick, right? Dicka Ben really want to adapt to Lekker's playstyle since they are really struggling to deal with it. They can't get a push online. They can't quite get a push to snowball as well as Lekker does. And that was the main difference between these 2 teams on that first map.
Yeah, definitely. And well, I think the fights overall were very equal. So, you know, I think especially now with the counter pick, we just see Tower Control, Inkblot, Art Academy. It can go anywhere. I've played against Dicka Ben on RSL with my team, welcome to the gang, against them on this exact map mode. And that was stupidly difficult how much they can throw to Noctis, especially here, that blaster. Boy, oh boy, he does not have to move up or he'll get you because of all these stupid little ridges. He can go, and that maybe is very good for Dicka Ben. Lekker backtrack didn't run their own blaster, though Sandu, knowing his history of weapons, can pop out something in Splatoon 1 and 2. He was a firm blaster player, so he can probably whip out something we will not expect. But Tower Control, Inkblot, Art Academy is a very, very strong counter pick in my opinion.
Oh no, for sure. Lekker is definitely going to struggle a little bit with that brush. Brush is not as good in tower control, especially tower control Inkblot. There are better weapons to choose that can skirmish a little bit better on this map. So I do think that Dicka Ben did have that in mind when they were choosing this map mode combination, and it may end up paying off if they can play this map to its fullest. But regardless, let's go right in here. Game 2, no composition changes on the side of Lekker, while Dicka Ben is gonna move on to the blaster, I believe. So that will be a slight composition change.
There's one on Lekker backside. It's a Sandu swap to the Splash-O-Matic Neo for the trash pack. I don't think Crafting is that strong on this map, at least Sandu believes does. Sandu believes it's not. Tri-Strike being a very solid option with all the nooks and crannies. You can throw them in. We see Dicka Ben though, getting a good pick on center here, dude. And now they're looking forward. They have the Kraken at the ready. Kraken online being super annoying on the tower. He's gonna sit on that thing. He's gonna wait. Now the Kraken is used. Noctis gets hit, but survives somehow because of the charge attack. Get him with a very good. Oh, banana, my bad. Get with a very strong counter attack. But this is the fight with Robert though. Robert gets the pick on dude, but Robert gets quickly counter picked by Wasabi. Wasabo is a very strong opening for Dicka Ben, but Lekker backtrack. Someone took it back up. 3 players down on the side of Dicka Ben, and they are gonna start. They're not gonna push actually. I thought they were really gonna push. They're gonna push now a little late. They got the lead here. The 97 is not really used to lead. And now they're fighting on the first checkpoint. Grinding on it will be forced off by the Booyah Bomb, but go right back as Dicka Ben has no follow-up for everything Lekker back attack is throwing at them.
Oh no, for sure. Lekker is doing a great job, but it's only the 66. It is only Brian alive. They're going to choose to back up, conserve that Inkjet, while Dicka Ben is going to take back that tower and slowly move into mid as they try to recover from Lekker's push. I'm not sure if I like that bubble placement, but it will end up in a double for the Blaster. A triple! And that will be an almost basically a wipeout on the side of Lekker. That is the opening that Dicka Ben was looking for. Dude right in the tower. That is a staggered kill onto the Blaster on the side of Lekker. This is exactly what Dicka Ben need to open this up. They already have a ton of positioning, ton of specials on Dicka Ben's plat. Oh, it is a trade. It's 2 down on the side of Dicka Ben though. Lekker slowly coming back. Robbie needs to get these picks if they want to. But Banana falls off the map. That is devastating. Robbie trying to hold this, but with that lack of a Blaster and their splash going down, it is going to be very difficult. Dicka Ben holding on. Dude with the Kraken trying to hold on to the tower, make some space for their team to jump back and take space. Lekker just struggling all the way to 35 the tower. But this crab tank is going to slow things down a little bit and finally even it back up. Getting a double. Can they get the third? Oh, not quite. Brian is going to escape with their life, but this is looking very dangerous for Lekker. Dicka Ben is showing no signs of stopping this push. And even with so many specials online and coming out from Lekker, the best they can manage is a trade. And we're seeing Dicka Ben just consistently exploiting this. 2 down on the side of Lekker. 3 down. It's only Brian left yet again. Crap tank. Unfortunate placement. But Dicka Ben have the tools they need to get this knockout. Slowly but surely, they're creeping forward onto that checkpoint. And it is looking, yet again, very dire for Lekker.
Literally opposite way we saw in the Clam this game. Now Dicka Ben is having consistent strong pushes. It looks like it has finally come to an end for Lekker backtrack with all the carnage that Dicka Ben has been throwing at them. Luckily for Lekker backtrack, they have all their specials at the ready. And now it's time for Banana to get in, but gets splattered right outside the bubble by a dude. Spy eye there. Now the Kraken is coming towards the tower. Inkjet waiting for the Inkjet to land. Somehow doesn't get the split because of drop roller. I don't know what happened there, but dude gets splatted. That is so unfortunate. Sandu, so, I don't know what is cooking, what Brian was cooking, but somehow survived that. Sandu get a very good split on dude. Does get a trade with Wasabo in though, but now it is Lekkerback's turn to push. They get through the checkpoint. They only have to touch another checkpoint to get the lead with 50 seconds left on the clock, and a lot of people were down from Dicka Ben. The bubbler is not ready because Banana gets splattered there. At one point, no, they have the lead. They have the lead. It swapped around. Dicka Ben had such a good push, but unfortunately, he lost it right here. 37 seconds left on the clock to try and do anything to get rid of Lekker backtrack out of their base and also get the tower all the way to 21. It's gonna be a hard task, but not unheard of. Dicka Ben already had one good push here. They can surely get another. They got rid of Robber on that brush. And now they're gonna start it up on the tower. They go. Banana does get a huge splat on Sandu. Gets splatted here though, with 3 players down for Dicka Ben. Is not looking too hot with 5 seconds left on the clock. Tri-Strike is coming out to delay the tower a little bit, but I don't think it do anything as Lekker backtrack with 1 point. Wins game number 2. The counter pick of Dicka Ben lost in their own hands with 1 point difference.
That has got to feel terrible for Dicka Ben. They had such great momentum at the start, but they fumbled the defense from when they were defending against Lekker. Lekker made such a strong and quick comeback and just counter push that left Dicka Ben reeling. They were not able to effectively defend against Lekker. I'm not sure if they were overconfident, they weren't prepared, but Lekker they just shrugged off the fact that they were down to a lead of 23, and they just went straight for it. We saw Sendu, we saw Brian make such great plays on the ball point and splash that consistently outplayed Dicka Ben, forcing them all the way to 22, giving them the lead and eventually the map.
Yeah, absolutely right. Lekker could have done it any better though, but Dicka Ben, oh boy, you see how close these teams are matched up. They chose a very, very funny map. It is split zones on Umayyad Ruins, the two big zones. Hopefully their composition, and it also works so well here because of how deep they can go inside of the enemy base. And we saw Dicka Ben inside of the base of Lekker wreaking havoc. They only lost it once, and that one fight unfortunately was the fight that Lekker got the lead here. But Dicka Ben, if they can not mess it up and stay in that base here, they're looking for a very, very quick knockout. But anything can happen here as these teams are literally neck on neck.
No, definitely. This has got to be something that Dicka Ben is comfortable in, because Lekker, this is a match point for them. This is just like we saw in the last set. Dicka Ben need to win this map. They need to bring something different to the table. It can't just be a slight switch to a blaster. It needs to be a complete change in mindset and play style if they are going to stand a chance against Lekker, which are proving to be extremely dangerous both on the clams game and the tower control game. And honestly, if they are this good on those two modes, I'm worried to see how effective they're going to be on splat zones, one of the more widely played modes. So this is looking very dangerous for Dicka Ben, and we actually see Lekker switch out the blaster in favor of the Splatana Stamper on the side of Banana, while Dicka Ben do actually switch up some things. They ditched the ball point. They now went with a double shooter blaster machine composition, with Dude switching from one gal to the other, most likely to give them a little bit more of consistent Slayer and frontline pressure, which we are seeing kind of pay off right now. They're doing a great job of recuperating their losses and take back some space, but that's not going to happen if they can't deal with Sendu going up the left side and not only camping a jump, but trading with a 52 gal. That is definitely not something you want to see. And Lekker, even though they are going down, Robbie went down, they are losing some map control. They are staying calm, and they are just slowly keeping Dicka Ben away from the zone.
Yeah, they finally got control here, and it looks like they're gonna have some fun as Robert falls and that brush falling. They can paint so much, super annoying, but here we see Brian on the Inkjet getting a lot of paint in. Banana with a huge flank on that zone, getting spotted by Dude. Unfortunately, now Wasabo's going behind Banana. Banana spots it and opts to go out. Dude is trying to scramble together what he has left in order to survive and trap the killer roll in ASAP. Killer roll is used from Lekker, forcing the machine out back to their base. That is not exactly a splat, but it's almost the best you can have. They saved the Booyah Bomb though, and it's going to be important later as Lekker is again in control of those zones and get rid of the penalty. So the Booyah Bomb is now being used and thrown on the left side, so they only need to really focus on the right side to get pushing. Noctis with a good bubbler on the middle. Dude with Sandu gets 3 people down. That's a wipeout, and this is Dicka Ben's turn to start pushing. They have not a lot of points waiting, as 58 is the lead threshold, and they can probably get it here as Lekker has to get all their specials back, all their paint back. Grab tank being used in the base by Sendu, gets rolled over, but Banana Barista now in that base of Lekker. The lead has been swapped to Dicka Ben, and now Lekker is trying to scramble together what they can. Noctis has been slain though. This is a good push opening for Lekker Backtrack to get control of both of the zones. Robbe in the middle, trying their best to get splats. Two players are there and get rid of Robbe. Again, the zone in the hands of Dicka Ben, who are still scoring points every single second. They're only 25 ticks away from a win here, and this win is going to help them a lot as they need the reverse sweep to happen. Robbe on a fight with Dude. Dude loses. This might be crucial for Lekker Backtrack, but Dicka Ben somehow controls the zone with 3 ticks remaining, 2 ticks remaining. They can still do it. They just have to paint over 2 players down. So Lekker Backtrack, they got the zone and they got the knockout, giving this game 4. There is still hope for Dicka Ben. Will they fall as Matthew Fox Emoji did on the 4th game, or will they get this reverse sweep in? I honestly don't know because of how close these fights are.
But one thing is for sure, Dicka Ben played that map greatly. That was some of the best flat zones play I have seen in this tournament. The way they paced their team fights around Lekker's very aggressive strategy with that Stamper and Ink Brush was just so effective. They were constantly able to cycle their resources to deal with Lekker's pace of play and quickly counterattack, setting them up for a very effective hold, which we saw them take. And that just proved impossible for Lekker to break and come back to zone, with Dicka Ben driving it all the way to the knockout before we even hit the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, Dicka Ben showed some raw strength there. But now again, it's the same scenario that Matthew Fox Emoji found themselves in. They have to fight on the counter pick of Lekker Backtrack, who are only 1 game away from a spot in the grand finals. The crowd, I look at them right now, they are nervous, they're cheering, they are waiting for this hype set, because I think these sets are the best of the tournament, the best RSL has to offer. This is why you always go to those LAN events. They are still debating what their counter pick is gonna be, because it's been chosen. It is Clan Blitz again. Clan Blitz on Manta Maria. The first game of Clan Blitz for Lekker Backtrack, of course, being super strong and not having consistent pushes, while Dicka Ben had a little bit of trouble with Clan Blitz. Hopefully, Dicka Ben learned from the mistakes in the first game and will apply fixes here. But that's a good question because, well, you only have such a short time to really fix those little small issues, small inconsistencies. And Lekker Backtrack, of course, being very confident because it's still their match point and will be even in game 5, that Dicka Ben is in a very, very huge amount of pressure right now.
No, for sure. Dicka Ben really need to keep that energy that they showed off in the Zones Umami game and bring it into Clan Blitz Manta Maria. This is definitely a very chaotic map and mode combination. So many approach options, so many ways to run at the basket, and of course Clan Blitz just being a naturally chaotic mode is going to be very difficult for Dicka Ben to deal with Lekker's very aggressive playstyle with that Stamper / Blaster and Ink Brush. They thrive in these environments, and Dicka Ben with more traditional slayers such as 52 and 96 are going to have to adapt their playstyle a little bit to deal with Lekker's raw amount of aggression, and especially on this map, Clan Blitz Manta, which rewards confident forward and aggressive play like we've been seeing from Lekker. So it's going to be very important for Dicka Ben to find a way to adapt their playstyle to this map.
They are. It is very important indeed. Looking at the weapons right now, we don't see any changes coming in from Lekker Backtrack. Dicka Ben only swapping the 96 or the 52 back to a 96 Gal. Hopefully it will go a little bit better than the first Clan Blitz game. Both of these teams are going straight for the middle. They're getting their inkjet here quite quickly actually, because that inkjet is going to be crucial to fight against the crab tank from Dicka Ben, who also fights in this fight. I don't think this is going to trade. They're going to not do really anything against each other, but the Crab Tank being fully focused on Brian, prevented him from doing anything else, and that's what they needed. Now Noctis is up here with Brian. That's not a spot Brian wants to be in, and Noctis is definitely not someone he wants to fight. Knocked with a very good direct hit onto Brian, getting rid of the biggest problem that Dicka Ben had, which was the long range of Brian. And 3 players are down though for the side of Dicka Ben, so there's no push happening here as Lekker is preparing for their own first push. Robin made a big opening, and the clam has been thrown in by Sandu. Banana now with more clams on the way, pushing it below 60. Brian with more clams, pushing it below 50. Robba is very sneaky here waiting. Noctis spots him, and now he's fighting everyone. He goes one more clamming, pushing it all the way to 44. I think that's where it's gonna end, but a very good opening for Lekker again.
Dicka Ben is really going to need to make something happen here. They need to bring back this momentum, and that way just happened with this spectacular Crab Tank coming out from one of the members of Dicka Ben as Lekker go 3 down. Dude taking a very aggressive position on this left side, but they get picked by the ballpoint by Brian, and they are not letting this happen. They are shutting down all possible approach options for Dicka Ben. But just as I say that, that's 3 down. It's only Brian left. Dicka Ben, this is the opportunity they've been waiting for. They need to take this and run with it. And that's what they're doing. They get a pick on Brian. Finally, the very slippery member of Lekker. Rob falls off the map, apparently. Dude with the Kraken, just making so much space, but behind his back, 3 members went down, and that's only going to be 2 power clams scored for Dicka Ben, keeping Lekker in the lead.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Kraken for Dude, he was not allowed to throw any clams in, and there were no teammates behind him to get some more points, and that's a very unfortunate little bit of miscommunication. They had to go a little bit faster, but they're trying again. They have a lot of clams ready. 6 clams, only a couple more, and they have a power clam. Now it is Banana going in deep against Wasabo, and Noctis do come a while, but they got rid of him without losing a member. But that's still wasted time, and it's not really something they have plenty of. Only 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this game, and they still have to score more than, just have to score 40 points to get the lead, including the penalty. So that's at least 2 power clams before they can actually start a good lead build. So they have to make something, and they have to make it fast. But there are a lot of clams ready for Lekker attack. They're going in, they got a couple flats. They're going in further. 23 is the score to beat now, but they're still not done. Sandu is in, and Brian is in. So Slipper, like I said earlier, gets splattered. Unfortunately, that's the end of that push. Sandu off the back of holding on to their power clamp. But another big score boost for Lekker attack, making it more difficult for Dicka Ben again to start pushing, because they wasted a lot of time here.
No, Dicka Ben, they really screwed up their defense. Lekker got a lot of points on the board, and although they are starting to aggress right now, Lekker trying to defend, Banana looking for a pick, fishing for it, not quite able to find it, but the power clam jumps is going to open the basket with that big bubbler underneath the basket. 2 down on both sides. This is a very close match right now, and the lead is equally as close, but they need to get some clams in, which they do, but at least they'll get some clams in. They only need a few more to get lead, but they don't, and that is going to be the end of Dicka Ben's push with only 60 seconds remaining. That is going to be very dangerous for them. Lekker is looking to get back into mid, find some pressure, find some map control, charge their specials to push Dicka Ben back and not even let them get close to their basket one more time, which is really all they need. They only have a penalty of 26, and they just need to get it to 22. But that's not going to happen. 2 down go down on Dicka Ben. 3 down. That's a wipeout on the side of Dicka Ben. Lekker coming in with the power clam. 20 seconds left. It is looking very difficult for Dicka Ben to take this back, and just like that, it is going to be a knockout for Lekker, giving them the game, the set, and a spot in grand finals.
Dicka Ben, unfortunately, they had all those pushes, but no follow-ups. It was 2 clams that they were missing to win this game. That was so close. They could feel it, they could smell it, but that's what happens sometimes in Splatoon. It's always unpredictable. what your teammates do, what you do, and that's just the stuff that happens. A very good showing though from Dicka Ben. These teams were super close, but now Lekker Backtrack has to fight a team which has been dominating throughout this tournament. So that's going to be a crazy fight here. We'll be on a short little break so we can get these teams ready on the main stage. Before we go, can we get a quick look at that crowd here? I see so many people here. Come on, Alice, switch it over. Look at our crowd. Give us some hype for the grand finals of RSL 3 right here in Game Arena. What is it? Oh, we switched it. Oh, it is first or third match. I thought it was. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. We're gonna have the third match first, which will be Dicka Ben against Matthew Fox Emoji. I thought it was the other way around, but I guess we switched it last minute. That's still gonna be a hype match though, because that's a fight for a spot on the podium and a spot that gets some beautiful medals that our lovely team member of RSL Vivi arranged just in time. They were engraved with a nice little decal on it. They look absolutely stunning on the main stage. Okay. Yes, the medals. I don't know if Vivi, can you quickly grab one of the medals and show them on the stream so everyone who's watching at home can see one of those medals. We also have a little trophy printed by our lovely friend Waifu. Unfortunately, yeah, look at Alice on the right, has one of the medals. We can't zoom in the camera, unfortunately, that's the best we can do. But they're shining, they're absolutely beautiful, engraved on the back. The best medals we've had so far, in my opinion, for RSL 3. Shout out to Lean being there. Everyone in the crowd looks so happy. We also see, I believe that's the Bravo bracket still?
Beta bracket.
The beta bracket still on the back being played. There are also some hype sets there. But yeah, the third place. By the way, also look at that trophy Waifu printed for RSL, which will also be taken home by the winners. We have one for every single member. Some great prizes, and of course at least 750 euros of prize money being split between the number 3 teams, the top 3 teams. So some good prizes here, and of course the best thing for everyone, the amount of fun that was had here at RSL 3. It is so good seeing all these people together again just to celebrate our favorite game, Splatoon. I think for a lot of people this game was absolutely life-changing, and it is back again in the glory days. It never really left. We are about to get ready. I see the team setting up their switches on the main stage, setting everything up to get a crazy fight in. Again, it is Dicka Ben fighting against Matthew Fox Emoji. Now, Bio, what do you think is gonna happen? Because these are two super strong teams. They are hungry and hungrier for that third place medal. Who do you think will be stronger? Because I don't want to say anything because the showing we had so far.
Well, honestly, I think we're going to need to think about that. We are still setting up the team, so we are going to take a short break. We'll be right back with your third place match between Dicka Ben and Matthew Fox Emoji. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.